H.R. Baker with MMAmadhouse, and I'm here with Dexter Jenkins out of Gravitas Martial Arts in Conway, Arkansas. Made your amateur debut Saturday night at Pyramid Fights 1. Wow, man, what a performance. But first of all, let's get to this. Tell the folks out there, the fans and all your friends and family and everybody, a little bit about yourself. Your record, of course, you just won your first amateur fight.
Well, I'm 1-0 in amateur right now. Had my first fight, won by first round knockout. Other than that, just been training, been in MMA under Gravitas, Jonny for a little over a year now, and got a background in boxing. Came up under my original training, Danny Smith and Coach Norman Baker out of Little Rock ABC, and that's my background.
Okay, let's just go back a little bit, man. Like in school, what kind of sports did you play in school?
I was a high school offensive tackle for Hamburg High School. I played defensive tackle for Hamburg High School. I was a state champion shot putter for our track team, and I played a little college football at Arkansas Tech University.
So was your football? Was that your main interest? Like say when you got out of school, and I mean, what got you into interest in the mixed martial arts?
Well, I had a car wreck back in 2005, and that's when I left Arkansas Tech and hurt my back. And I gained a lot of weight, and I got into boxing, and that's when I met my original coach, Danny Smith, and he took me under his wing and taught me how to box and stuff, and got the weight off of me, and I lost a lot of weight, and I got to boxing, competing in boxing, and then he also a striking coach for my MMA coach. So I got introduced to Jonny by coming in here with him, and so I ended up hitting Jonny up, and came up here and just fell in love.
So he said, "Hey, how would you like to train some mixed martial arts?" And
I came in here and I just fell in love with it. Fell in love with this. We've got a wonderful team here, a good gym. I mean, I just.
So I mean, obviously you love to box too, and I mean, what made you fall in love with the mixed martial arts compared to the boxing?
I guess because you can use wrestling and kicking and all the other stuff. It's just not just your hands. I mean, it's a lot of ways you can determine how a fight goes, and so I like that about mixed martial arts.
I know Saturday night you had your first amateur MMA bout. You went down to Searcy, Arkansas, fought a tough guy out of Poplar Bluff. I think his name was Woodrum, and man, you finished it in like just over 2 minutes in the first round. I mean, heavy-handed. Wow, man, take us through that fight a little bit.
Well, came out, I was kind of nervous, but came out trying to throw some jabs. I know he came out, threw a few kicks and stuff, and I couldn't ever really get my right hand to land at first, so we clinched up a couple times, and then I came out on him and switched to southpaw, and that's when I started really landing my shots and got him with a right hook. So
when was it when you got the nervousness out? Was it the jabs or when you threw the right hooks, or what moment did your nerves just completely go away and say, "Hey man, I'm putting this guy out"?
Probably when I got popped the first time. So it really, really just took to my head that it's time to go.
I know when you clocked him that first time, that took it out of him, man, and it was like all downhill for Josh Woodrum after that, man, and it was a very impressive performance. But let me lay this on you a little bit. I know there's some promoters out of the Midwest that's got their interest in you. One is promoter JT Tilley out of Show Fights MMA, which they produce some awesome fighters that have fought on show fights. and he's taking a lot of interest in you. What do you got to say about that? I mean, only your first amateur fight, and you got promoters like JT Tilley already interested in putting you on the show.
Well, that's good. But me and my coach, we talk stuff out, and we gonna plan stuff out, and then we gonna see how it goes.
I know that's a smart way to do it. I know a lot of fighters, man. They just take it among themselves and just say, "Hey, I'll take this fight," and they don't, get with their coaches and make the best decisions, man. And you can't go wrong there. But anyway, what's your goals, man? You got that first amateur fight out of the way. What's your goals in mixed martial arts?
My goal, I always try to make it to the top. If it's Bellator, UFC, RFA, just trying to fight for one big organizations, and and just make it to that number one heavyweight spot. I
know the RFA 46 just made also the event of the year down in Branson, Missouri, and that's where Branson Fight Club JT Tilley's promotion is at. And I don't know, man, could be some good things looking up for Dexter Jenkins, man. Yeah, how's that make you feel?
God bless me, put me in that position. I'm willing to go there. But I got good coaches in my team. I got Mike Wessel out of Jonesboro helping us out.
Mike Wessel out of Hilltop Fitness.
Yes.
And I know Mike. Mike's a heck of a guy, man. I know he's A1 on cardio and strength and boxing. So, have you cross-trained down there with Mike, or?
Yes, I go up there on the weekends when I do my week down here in Gravitas, and then me and probably my training partner Dylan, or usually me, I go up there with Mike, and he'll drill us and cross-train and get some training in up there with some of the local fighters. And, freight train, he come down, and
always love the freight train, always a coming, man. Yes. But anyway, I want to talk to your coach and owner of Gravitas MMA, Jonny Wester. Man, I think you got a rising star here, man. What do you got to say about this young man?
Man, Dexter's putting in a lot of work. I can't take credit for all of it. He came to me with just awesome boxing, incredible athlete, incredible technique, and work ethic. So he's been coming in, working on his wrestling, working on his jiu-jitsu, adding in some of the kicks and the Muay Thai. Hats off to Dexter, because he's been working his butt off trying to get ready for these fights and make something happen.
I know, man. He sure caught my eye, man. I've covered a lot. My thing is, I like catching them when they're making their debuts in amateur and watching them grow. And man, I've seen a bunch of them grow, and now they're up there with the big shows, and they're kicking butt, man. And I see Dexter. I see Dexter being up there, man. I don't know, man. Yeah. But let me tell you guys, man. If you guys want to give out any shout outs, any thank yous, just take your time and shout out anybody you want, whatever you want to.
Well, I'd like to thank Mike Wilson and Hilltop Fitness up there in Jonesboro. For helping me out and taking me under his wing and stuff, and leading us down the right path. And and Coach Norman Baker out of Little Rock helping my boxing. And Gravitas, everybody here. From the jiu-jitsu guys to kickboxing guys. They all a helping hand, and we got a good gym here, and good family atmosphere. I've
heard a lot about Gravitas MMA for a while now, and been wanting to come visit you guys, and now I finally get the chance. I see Dexter fighting the other night. I'm like, man, I missed him the other night, so I had to try to get by here and get this interview. But Jonny, you got anything you want to add, or?
Man, just everybody on the team that's been helping us out. Like I said, Mike Wessel, and he's been a great help for Dexter. It's tough finding guys that can hang with Dexter, and tough finding big boys that can hang with him. So having Mike help out, being a sparring partner, helping him out, who's been there in the heavyweight division, that's been huge for us. Everybody on the team with Gravitas has been really helpful. We've got lots of great people here that have been helping him out and pushing him and supporting him. So I got to thank everybody for that.
Okay, man, guys, I appreciate the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, Dexter Jenkins, heavyweight. This guy's rising star. Jonny Wester, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Owner of Gravitas Mixed Martial Arts.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.